All right, there you have the petitioners who are very confident. They seem to be quite confident that the court will rule in their favor. Of course, on both sides, having faith in the law. You have the Muslim side who said that the survey itself is illegal in the first place. And now the Hindu side waiting for the court to take up the matter on the 26th of May. That's when the next hearing will be taken up. Let me cut across to Abhishek Mishra. Abhishek, the court now decides to take up the matter on the 26th of May. We heard what the lawyers, the counsel had to say. Do elaborate for us what's expected in the next hearing? What is the advocate said to you right outside court?
Well, absolutely, Nabila. In this whole case, the advocate has spoken and they are saying that the court had decided to first argue on the maintainability, which has been the focus point throughout the time. And the court has decided to first hear about the 711. That is about whether or not this case stands as per the maintainability of this case is concerned, whether it's a violation or not, and that particular thing will be heard first. The Muslim side has been very keen on it. They have been maintaining the first that this should be done. But the Hindu side, which yesterday came out and said that as far as the copy of the survey is concerned, that should be made available. And at the same time, the report survey, that should also be taken into consideration. But the court primarily has given 1 week time to them to study the report and then come up with any arguments or any kind of opposition they have. But primarily, it's going to be, first of all, about the maintainability of the suit, which was also indicated by the Supreme Court. And Varanasi district judge has also spoken about it, given a clear verdict that on 26th of May, first it has to be decided whether the case is maintainable suit or not. And the Muslim side, which was also very keen on it, that is something could be a possible good news for them. But now, first of all, it will all depends on the 26th of May when the hearing will start as far as maintainability is concerned, and the 1 week time has been given to study the report and at the same time registering any arguments and any opposition if the party has as far as the survey was concerned. Yes.
All right, Abhishek, here we're looking at the court that's decided to take up the matter on the 26th of May. Even before it started hearing the matter, it seems like the court has adjourned this. But the judge did take up the report to try and check the report, a 12-page survey report that was filed by the survey committee. We understand that the judge had already begun taking a good look at that 12-page survey report. Is that right?
Well, certainly, and Hindu side has been constantly saying that the report should be taken into consideration. But as the Supreme Court has directed that the maintainability of case is something which should be the primary focus, and today the Varanasi court judge has also maintained the fact whether or not it stands there. Now, as far as the Religious Space Act is concerned, that is a major thing which the Muslim side is saying, and now all eyes will be on 26th of May when the hearing will begin alongside with all the advocates about the maintainability. Muslim side, who has always maintained the fact that there is no Shivlinga, they were asking to have a hold on the survey report, so that all things will only come into the consideration while the hearing will start about the maintainability. Now, adding to it, the point which is very important, that giving the 1 week of time to register any argument or any opposition if the party has, is going to be a very important thing. So that is also one thing. And majorly, we have also seen how this petition has been made, by the Muslim side and the Hindu side, which has been keen about it. Let us speak to the Hindu side advocate who is there, who is speaking right now, and let us get more details. Vishnu Shankar Jain, who is there.
26 तारीख को हर याचिका पर सुनवाई की जाएगी। हर याचिका में 7/11 सिर्फ और सिर्फ 7/11 और जो बाकी याचिकाएं लगी गई थी उसमें कोर्ट ने ऑर्डर पास किया है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने प्रायोरिटी
The Varanasi District Court, as the judge has decided that the next hearing will be taken up on the 26th of May. But at the same time, we saw that the judge, has studied the survey report. There was a few moments that he took. He did sit down to really take a good look at the 12-page survey report. While there were about 32 people who were inside the court premises, including the Hindu and the Muslim side. Now the court will decide the matter on the 26th of May. This is the second hearing of the Gyanvapi Mosque controversy that has ended even before it began. Very quickly, the court decided to adjourn the matter until the 26th of May. Yesterday, too, it was adjourned for today. Today, they've now decided to take it up on the 26th. But one must remember that there is extensive legality issues that need to be looked into, which is why the Supreme Court, it appears, has given this to a more experienced panel, an experienced judge, as compared to the civil court. A district court now has taken up this matter. So under his jurisdiction, he could decide whether this case is indeed maintainable under law or not, because there already lies a couple of there is a law already, along with a few other acts, that already places much significance on preserving any kind of religious sites or monuments for that matter. And any plea trying to veto that law will have to be very carefully looked into. Now, here is one plea that the Hindu side has asked to pray at the Gyanvapi Mosque, which is a centuries-old mosque. They believe that there is Hindu significance inside that mosque premises. They wanted a survey to be done, which is done. Now, post the survey and post, like, if at all the court does decide that this case is indeed maintainable and they can go ahead to review that survey report, then the question will arise on whether these petitioners...
देखिए, कोर्ट ने ये कहा है कि जो 7/11 की एप्लीकेशन है मुस्लिम पक्ष की, चाहे उसको 7/11 कहिए, चाहे मेंटेनेबिलिटी कहिए, चाहे प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप एक्ट कहिए, उसको 26 तारीख को सुना जाएगा। साथ ही साथ जो कमीशन की रिपोर्ट आई है उस पर भी दोनों पक्षों से ऑब्जेक्शन इन्वाइट किया है। 1 हफ्ते का समय दिया है ऑब्जेक्शन फाइल करने के लिए। और जो वीडियोग्राफी और सीडी की हमने मांग की थी, फोटोग्राफी की, कोर्ट ने कहा उस पर भी हम ऑर्डर पास करेंगे और उसकी भी कॉपी प्रोवाइड करेंगे।
आपने कहा था कि साक्ष्यों को भी आधार बनाया जाए, उसको भी देखा जाए।
तभी तो कोर्ट ने कमीशन की रिपोर्ट पे ऑब्जेक्शन मंगाया है। जब उनका ऑब्जेक्शन, हमारा ऑब्जेक्शन आ जाएगा, तब उसको भी आधार बनाया जाएगा।
आपको लग रहा है मुस्लिम पक्ष की क्या जीत है, क्योंकि वो चाह रहे थे केवल मेंटेनेबिलिटी पर ही?
इसमें ये कोई जीत और हार का विषय नहीं है, ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक प्रोसीजरल एस्पेक्ट है। हमारा केस मेरिट्स पे स्ट्रांग है। अगर हमारे प्लेन्स भी पढ़ लेंगे तो उससे स्पष्ट होता है कि प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप एक्ट अप्लाई नहीं होता है। तो इसको जीत हार की बात नहीं, कोर्ट ने सिर्फ एक ऑर्डर तय किया है कि किस ऑर्डर में हियरिंग आगे बढ़ेगी, और उस ऑर्डर से हम भी एग्री। हमें
तथ्यात्मक तौर पर रिपोर्ट को आपने लेने की बात की थी, वो रिपोर्ट आपको दी जाएगी जिस तरीके से?
रिपोर्ट तो हमें मिल चुकी है। रिपोर्ट में जो फोटोग्राफ और एविडेंसेज है उसकी कॉपी कोर्ट हमें ऑर्डर करेगा आज, उसको भी हमें प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा।
बिल्कुल साफ तौर पर विष्णुशंकर जैन सीधे तौर पर इस पूरे मामले पे बात कह रहे हैं कि 26 तारीख को ये तय होना है। अपनी हार नहीं मान रहे, कह रहे हैं कि जरूरी है क्योंकि रिपोर्ट को स्टडी करके 1 हफ्ते का समय दिया गया है। अगर कोई आपत्ति है तो उसे दर्ज करा जाए, लेकिन फिलहाल के तौर पर 26 मई की तारीख मुकर्रर की गई है जब इस मामले पे अगली सुनवाई होगी। वाराणसी से कैमरामैन संदीप के साथ अभिषेक मिश्रा, आज तक।
Well, here you have a survey report which the judge took up and did study. It took a few moments for him to take a quick glance at that 12-page survey report filed by the survey committee, which extensively speaks of the Hindu symbolism and the kind of significance that it has for the Hindu religion. All those kinds of sculptures or the carvings on the walls, including the shivling and several others that were mentioned in detail as part of that survey report. In fact, India Today has accessed the survey report that speaks extensively of how the number of symbols that were found inside that Gyanvapi Mosque. So clearly we saw and we know that the judge has taken a good look at the survey report but decided to take up the matter next on the 26th of May. Abhishek, as you're tracking those developments, we have several of those legal counsels who stepped out and spoke to the media. Many of them are hoping that on the 26th possibly the court will take up the matter, and they're really hopeful that the survey report will be checked into thoroughly, because the main contention here is that the survey report speaks of Hindu symbols being found in the Gyanvapi Mosque. So it will be very difficult for the court to try and understand and ascertain what next after the survey findings. They've done the survey, they're going to be reviewing the survey, and if it is established that all those symbols do indeed exist in the Mosque of Gyanvapi, then what next? Will the petitioners be allowed to carry out worship within the Gyanvapi complex? Will that be defying the law that's already in place of the 1991 places of worship? All of that will come into light, which is why it appears that the court has possibly taken a little more time to try and understand the legalities and the complexities of this case.
Well, absolutely, Nabila. That was something which was the need of the hour. To understand the legality of the case, the nature of the case, and all those evidences which have been produced by the Hindu side, be it the survey report and all those archaeological references they are giving. So that is a major reason that the court has given the time of 1 week to properly study the report, and if there are any objections to it, that could be registered within that time frame. So that is one thing, and given 26th of May date as specifically for the 7/11 maintainability of the suit, which is the primary focus, the Supreme Court also spoke about it, that first is to be make sure whether it's a violation or not. Now, after studying the full report, it remains to be seen what arguments will be made, what objections will be made, because the Muslim side is constantly saying that it is a violation of the 1991 Act, and at the same time, the survey should be on hold, they should not be taken into consideration, but that only remains to seen only on the date of hearing. And the court, that is the only reason, has given a proper time to study it, because nothing could be done in an urgent manner. It's a sensitive case, and the Supreme Court has also spoken about the sensitivity, and that is the reason this case was shifted from civil court to the district court. And today's verdict, which has come out, but the decision, a very clear decision has been given to first talk about the maintainability of the suit, and which could only be done when there is a clarity as far as the evidences and the arguments based on the reports are concerned. And that's the reason 1 week time has been given, and the court will listen to the matter on the 26th of May, primarily on the things of Order 7, Rule 11, which talks about whether this case stands maintainable or not in the court when the arguments will be made. Yes.
All right. Now, Abhishek, of course, as we know, the court has decided that they're going to be taking up the matter on the 26th of May. This is a verdict that is much awaited. The Varanasi court, the district court, has now taken up this matter under their jurisdiction. So the maintainability issue of this case will come up first. Hopefully, that's what a bunch of the petitioners are hoping to see, that the court will favor the Hindu side, the petitioners who believe that this is as part of their fundamental right to worship.